班达海事件。哼，把海豚打成冰沙，太冷，太冰沙了。还要再往上爬哦。
A way up. All it takes is a few good handholds. All right, made it. Wonder what we'll find.
根本就，而且他还很好心的，一直给那个快速旅行行囊，怕你等一下要下去的时候下不去。哦，靠腰好高哦！这一段没有萤火哦，下次想来这边拍照哎，先拍好了，等我一下。我最喜欢拍照，把女主角隐藏起来。然后这样子的角度比较好看。哦，好棒哦，可以到这个角度，帅老皮。真的很美，这游戏有 PS4 的人一定要买来玩一下，不会后悔的。
All data has been erased from this device. Do you wish to deploy Alpha privileges to recover purged data?
Oh yes, I believe I do.
A file has been recovered.
Elizabeth, good to, it's been years.
Where's your legal team, Ted?
No need. I dropped all 18 lawsuits the moment you landed. I assume your data confirms this.
All right, this promises to be interesting.
Perhaps we could have lunch brought in. You know, get reacquainted.
I know you, Ted. You've screwed something up, something big, or you wouldn't have eaten the crow necessary to get me here. So spit it out.
There's a glitch in the chariot line.
Your killer robots?
Peacekeepers, yes, those.
So shut them down.
Obviously, Liz, we would, if we could. They're not responding.
Are you telling me a swarm has gone rogue, Ted?
It's worse than that.
Show me the data then. And I'll take that lunch. Alone. Ted Faro brought Elizabeth Sobek here, but they hated each other.
Another file has been recovered.
This isn't a glitch. It's a catastrophe.
Fully aware. It's bad.
Bad?
Jesus, Liz.
It's not bad, Ted. It's apocalyptic. You built a line of killer robots
Peacekeepers.
that consume biomass as fuel,
In emergencies.
and you made them capable of self-replication.
Limited, self-manufacture, controlled.
Not anymore. The glitch severed chain of command. The only nation this swarm answers to now is itself.
You think I did?
Everything else is just food. And at the rate it's replicating, Ted, it will strip the Earth bare in 15 months. We're not talking fall of civilization. We're talking extinction.
I get it, Liz. So how do I stop it while it's contained?
It's not contained. It can't be.
You know what I mean?
Right. Before the truth gets out, you mean?
Liz, I will do anything you say. Keep working it, and whatever you recommend, I'll do.
I'm gonna hold you to that, Ted.
The Faro robots threatened all life on Earth. But somehow she defeated them. The world of the old ones fell, but life went on, or we wouldn't be here.
A final file has been recovered.
Project Zero Dawn. Jesus, Liz. There has to be another way.
If there were a nicer way to fix your mess, I would have proposed it.
But this? This? When I asked you to find a cure, I didn't expect it to be worse than the disease.
It's not, Ted. It may be grim, but it's our only chance. Now sign the proposal.
Sign it? I can't sign that.
Yes, you can.
That? Liz, I cannot in good conscience sign that.
You've got a choice, Ted.
I know.
I am speaking to you from a VTOL en route to U.S. Robot Command. In 15 minutes, I meet with General Harris and the rest of the Joint Chiefs.
What? Are you crazy?
Now your choice is what I tell them. Sign, and I'll tell them the wealthiest corporation on Earth has guaranteed the funds necessary to build Zero Dawn. Exactly as I've designed it. Or don't sign, and I will make sure they and everyone else on this planet knows the real cause of the glitch.
Jesus, Liz. You don't have to threaten me. I'll sign.
Look on the bright side, Ted. From here on out, you get to do what you've always been good at. Footing the bill while others get their hands dirty.
God forgive me.
What made her solution so terrible? What did she do to stop the robots?
Executive access detected. Express lift opened.
高速电梯在哪里？
This doesn't add up. Sobek couldn't have been my mother. She lived ages ago. All this searching, and I'm still no closer.
That's your reaction to everything you've just learned? To whine like a spoiled child?
You should really try talking that way to me face to face.
As you wish. Do you really have no idea how monumental are the discoveries you just made, Aloy? I expected more of you.
So, you have a face. Got a name to go with it?
Of all the questions you could ask right now, that's the one you choose. I've spent decades searching the ruins of the old ones, trying to solve the mystery of what happened to them. For years, I've suspected that Faro robots destroyed their civilization, but I could never confirm it. And in minutes, you uncover more ancient knowledge than I have in a lifetime, and what you want to know is my name. Silence. That's my name. Now, why don't you try asking another question? Something less trivial.
来个脑子吧。
All right, Silence. You've made your point. I came to these ruins hoping to learn more about this Elizabeth Sobek. And I have, but I still don't understand my connection to her. or why the Eclipse is trying to kill me, or who Hades is. No answers, just one question after another.
Exactly. Which is why it's time to expand your frame of inquiry. Only then will you see just how big your problems really are.
What exactly are you talking about?
You've chased a personal riddle into a crowd of larger mysteries. The common thread is your connection to Elizabeth Sobek.
But what is that connection? She couldn't have been my mother if she lived centuries ago.
We don't know the connection yet. The only way to find out is to keep going, to keep making discoveries. Thanks to you, we've only just now learned that Pharaoh robots once threatened to end life on Earth.
But it didn't happen. The Old One's civilization was destroyed, but life was saved.
Obviously. So, what did Elizabeth do? How did she stop the robots before all was lost?
What was Project Zero Dawn?
Exactly the question. Now, are you ready to go get the answer?
Of course I am.
Then why are you still standing here?
Not so fast, Silence. You've got some explaining to do.
I've told you quite enough. If you still got questions, be quick about it and stop wasting my time.
So far as I can tell, the Eclipse are just following orders. It's Hades who wants me dead. Who is he?
I don't know. The Eclipse described him as a buried shadow, some kind of devil.
That thing that spoke to me outside, that made that focus explode. That was Hades. It didn't seem like a person or a machine. More like a phantom. With a terrible voice.
All that's certain is that he wants you dead.
Because of my connection to Elizabeth. Has to be.
Hades is using the Eclipse to resurrect Pharaoh robots.
But if Elizabeth found a way to stop them centuries ago, if she made special weapons, maybe Hades is worried I'll do the same thing.
In some of the ancient data I've recovered, there are hints of so-called super weapons being developed. Maybe to stop the robots, the civilization of the old ones had to destroy itself. Now, if that's enough talking, be on your way.
Oh no. I'm just getting started. You've been getting a free ride on my focus, risking nothing while I risk everything. All I have to do is take this thing off my head, and you'll be blind, deaf, and dumb. So quit complaining and answer my questions.
Very well. Proceed.
You said you've known for some time that Pharaoh war machines destroyed the civilization of the old ones.
The evidence pointed that way. But until now, I never knew the full scope of their danger. That they could process organic matter into fuel, or that the Horus class could manufacture more robots. Like a cauldron on legs.
But the robots we've seen so far, the Corruptors and Deathbringers, they don't do those things.
Not yet, anyway. So far, we haven't encountered any that are undamaged. At full power, who knows what they're capable of?
Who are you, Silence? And what are your intentions?
You really need to make this personal? I'm a lone wanderer who left his tribe behind a long time ago. An explorer of forbidden places, a searcher of lost knowledge. Exactly as I said.
Why do you know so much about the Eclipse?
I happen to know a lot about a lot of things. If what you're really asking is whether I work for the Eclipse or anyone else, I don't. I am nothing if not independent.
You've been using my focus to spy on me. How's that possible?
Every focus emits a signal, a voice that only other focuses can hear. I know how to string those voices together, how to make them talk to each other, to communicate, even over vast distances.
How do you learn to do that?
Years of study and experimentation. In principle, it's not so different from how you override machines. I override focuses.
And you can spy through other Eclipse's focuses too.
Usually. All I'll say is that overriding the connections is complicated.
Is there any chance that Elizabeth Sobek could still be alive somehow?
It's highly unlikely, but not impossible. Some of the ancient data I've recovered includes mentions of life extension techniques. Pharmaceuticals mostly, an ancient word for medicine. But some were still trying to perfect ways of freezing and unfreezing people.
Freezing and unfreezing people?
Cryogenics, they called it. But there were problems with it. Given Elizabeth's technological acumen, I can't definitively rule out that she found a way to make herself immortal. But this is speculation. Wasting time.
哦，终于问完了。
Elizabeth told Ted Faro she was headed for a place called U.S. Robot Command to tell people about Zero Dawn.
The place still exists as a ruin. The Asaram call it the Grave Horde.
Grave Horde? Cheery name.
You'll find it in the eastern mountains, buried under the tangled coils of a metal devil, or a BOR-7 Horus, rather, as we're learning to call them. I'll contact you when you get there.
I can't wait. Someday we'll meet in person, and your manners had better be improved. Well, getting down will be a lot faster than getting up there, at least. U.S. Robot Command next. To learn the secrets of Zero Dawn.
这么快就要进粉了，看来主线真的很短啊！我一直想爬这一段呢，这个到底是什么？也太高了吧！嗯，什么玩意儿啊？哦，电池啊，这边有个电池啊。
Good. Another power cell. If I find more, I should be able to get to that ancient armor I found.
锤匠，这锤匠能锤到多远啊？嗯，哦，没有多远啊，回到原本的位置而已。好了，这边还有什么东西没有捡吗？那个箱子我刚才捡过了，看来是没有了。好啦，看来就先撤退吧。高速垂降时间。嗯，哦，好险没拉到，忘记看一下有没有什么东西没捡，看没有。看一般人应该撞到脸了吧？哦，上去跟下来的路是不一样的路诶，设计的真好，设计的真的好。
Frost on my eyelashes.
下来快多了，上去有够久。哎，好的， 上面竟然没有点，好可惜哦。所以如果以后还要再上去拍照的话，就要再爬一次了，还要再爬一次了，哇塞！哦，对，进粉指挥部在这边。哦，好远哦。这边惊叹号，还有这边也有惊叹号。我想先来解支线。
Why have you come to Sunfall? The Grave Hoard is where you belong.
You make it sound so attractive, Silence.
The Eclipse knows you're alive, Aloy. If their agents see you at Sunfall, you will be overwhelmed.
Well, that's certainly ominous.
I think appearance is our blessing. It's the sun, drawing the faithful out of misery.
Ceasefire nonsense. Nothing is forgiven.
She's very pale. Is she unwell?
Yes. She's a fighter, but the fever on her won't lift. It only burns hotter. Her name is Shiana, my sister.
Isn't there anyone in Sunfall who can help?
We're refugees. We know our place. And there's only one healer in the territory. He's difficult. His soul is in shadow.
His soul is in shadow.
Galiv. That's him. He's very clever, but he has little care for people. Perhaps the desert scoured it all away. Perhaps he was always like that. Either way, I know he won't help us.
Well, I'll see about that. Where would I find him?
Last I heard, he was patching up soldiers at Blazon Arch. Another border battle.
It's disconcerting to see so many savages around Sunfall.
I'll keep the moment for your proud.
I fear this ceasefire is a ruse. Avad's a murderer, after all. Are we to take him at his word?
She's still. For now. I won't leave her side.
Where did you say this healer was again?
The garrison, Blazon Arch. But if you're thinking of making our case, you might as well try to catch the day in your hand.
I shudder to think what sort of work the savages have been doing for Bahal. Buy what you need, leave the rest.
should head north.
哈哈哈，我超有钱，我想要怒刷一波那个箱子，超有钱。唉，好了，来找那个医者，600多步，用脚走过去吗？用船好了。
How can you just decide not to strike back against the
在哪里啊？
usurpers?
这一位吗？葛利夫。为什么要一个人站在这边？
Are you Galeev, the healer?
I had planned to spend the day gazing at the lands of my exile and feeling sorry for myself, but you're not from Sunfall, so this could be interesting.
I came from the tent city there. There's a sick girl. Her brother told me about you.
The answer is no.
What?
No, I can't spare the medicine, nor my time to administer it. My resources are already spread thin, thin as the soiled cloths I have to use for dressings.
Why won't you help?
Look at it from my perspective. What meager goods I can get must be smuggled in. That's expensive. The behemoth's share goes to the military. Of course, there are the demands of the Citadel. Helis's kestrels are so prone to sticky ends. What's left, that's for the nobles, who can pay well for my services.
Look at it from my perspective. A little girl is sick.
I think we are calling to each other across an ideological impasse.
What's stopping me from just making you do it?
I'd have to cause a situation. And you wouldn't harm the only healer disgraced enough to work for the Shadow Karja, would you?
Well, we've only just met, but yes, it's tempting.
And take it up with the Citadel. They decide who lives and dies. Nothing you can do would compare to my punishment if I use the last of my stock on a tent girl.
You're kind of an ass, healer.
There's no cure for a conscience. But in this line of work, I've built up an immunity to it. And yet, if you feel so strongly about this one girl, perhaps we can make a deal. My charity for a Thunderjaw heart.
That's not how charity works.
It is how deals work. You'd settle my debts. For a while.
I already have the part.
Wow, we could already have a deal. Quickly now, let's salve your poor conscience.
See to the girl, and it's yours. Not before.
Oh, please. On my oath, this girl will survive to see our sad future. You and I shouldn't be seen together. Go on to the slums ahead of me. I'll find you presently. You do stand out in a crowd.
雷霆牙的什么玩意儿来着？刚刚没看清。雷霆牙之心哦，那不是很便宜吗？便宜到爆啊！拜托，雷霆牙之心，你看看，这个一给才200块而已哦。你看看我身上的钱，对不对？看看我身上的钱 ，Show me money， 对不对 ？Look my money， 43000块，200块跟我计较。哦，车好吵，废物摩托车。传个档，哎，又要传过去了，超级远，我不想跑。前一步 不要让我跑了，哎。虽然说它的载入速度有点慢了，不过至少比我用脚跑快一点。好，到了，然后在那边，一个女孩的命只值200块，哎，这么可爱的小朋友，你们看，明明是难民，然后皮肤非常的干净，尤其是脸跟脖子的部分。
It's you. Hello again.
I've brought someone to see your sister.
How did you... What did we do to deserve... No. Wait. I don't even want to ask, in case a shadow passes over and it's gone.
Smart boy.
She'll have his full attention, won't she?
Once I'm freed of other distractions, yes.
Ceasefire or no, my family is starving. Avad will have to answer for that eventually.
Thank you, again, for giving her a better chance. I think the sun's flush is back in her cheeks, don't you?
为什么医生突然丢起来？怎么回事
What's she called?
Shiana.
I knew a Shiana once. She sang in a tavern. How is your sister's singing voice?
She likes ball games. She wants to be a soldier.
That's a shame.
That's shame. 还有没有什么任务可以解？没有。下一个地图在哪里嘞？哎，那还有个惊叹号在哪里啊？每次都要这样找。不是这里啊？哎，怎么突然刚刚没有看到嘞？是这里吗？不是，村庄啊，不是这个，哦，是这个，这个很好。超级打喷嚏，谁呀？这么屌！好了，我们来找那个惊叹号。哎呦，3个哦，这么多惊叹号，一个个接吧，先从这个开始。这水里面有没有鱼啊？没有鱼。鱼骨也是蛮讨厌的。这么大一条河没有鱼？真的没有鱼。好吧，快点再去别的地方抓鱼。
riding Nora with a special spear. How lucky to come across you. I have a proposal. Come closer. Call me Fernand.
Okay, Fernand. What's your proposal?
During the reign of that idiot Karja king, Outlanders often hid items of value from raiders. Well, I found one.
What is it?
A relic from the old ones. You probably would understand it better than I do. Unfortunately, it's too high for me, Rich.
Uh-huh, and you want me to get it for you?
What a brilliant plan! You're a much better climber than I am, to be sure. Get it, bring it back, and we'll split the proceeds.
How about I see what it is first?
That works too.
Hey, Fernand. My eyes are up here.
I'm looking at your spear. It's magnificent, but how does it work?
You stick the pointy end into the machine.
Yes, but how does it turn foe into friend?
It's simple, really.
Yes?
You wouldn't understand. What do you do exactly?
I'm a trader of fine tinkerings. I buy low, sell high.
But in this case, you wouldn't be buying.
Sometimes I find tinkerings as well.
I see. Let's say I'm interested. What do I need to do?
The relic rests on the rise of Dusk Mesa. Bring it to me at the Meridian Docks, and we'll both profit.
We'll see about that.
日木台地。好，日木台地在哪里？日。啊！我终于知道了，要爬那个奇怪的山。快转吧！看能不能在吃饭前解决这个任务。好了，爬山喽！哎，等下先看这边有没有鱼，看有没有鱼。那是什么？啊，火鸡，火鸡下水喽！火鸡也会游泳，赞！捡一下补品，捡两个补品。然后日木台地要怎么上去嘞？一定不是这边。
Dusk Mesa. Now I need to find some place too high to reach, if I'm to believe anything Fernand said.
我找到浣熊哎，浣熊不 OK 啊？又要爬又要爬上。嗯？哎，这边爬上来没有意义啊！哦，跳过去。到底要怎么走？还是其实对面啊？应该对面吧？
what do you know? There really is something here. And it's empty.
Spear girl!
Of course.
You found it. The perfect location for an ambush. Now throw down that magnificent spear, and we'll let you live.
You've obviously heard of me. You know what I'm capable of. Why do you think this will turn out well for you?
I like the odds. Get her.
Why do I bother?
好了，要逃还是要杀呢？我习惯杀光。哎呦，请你们吃炸弹哦！
That's the last of them. But Fernand ran off. Right to the Meridian
杀
docks.
杀杀！搜刮喽！没有用。好啦，再来他叫我干嘛？要回去。速战速决。地图全开的好处，不想跑就有传送。
She didn't even hesitate. She stood between the assassin and our Sun King. Just because he failed to kill the Sun King doesn't mean he's any less guilty.
Oh no!
I'm trying to kill our Sun King. Although she'd rather stop him cold.
Let me in! By fire and spit! Let me in!
Oh, Fernand. Our deal is off.
Oh, it's you. How about a new deal? You could just cut off my finger, or my hand, or my left arm, but that's my final offer.
A limb won't be enough.
You wouldn't. Not here, not in front of everyone.
No one's gonna lift a finger to stop me. You just led a group of men to their deaths, remember?
They were bad men. I did a service, really. You did. You did the service. I'll make sure it never happens again.
I'll hold you to it.
Understood. You won't hear from any of us ever again.
I'd better not.
all without breaking a sweat. I had no idea the Nora were so fierce. She didn't even hesitate.
好了，我先玩到这边，先吃饭，吃饱后，如果时间允许的话，再继续玩。各位，拜拜。
The Osram have gone too far this time. Dervahl should die for his crimes.
Why'd he try to kill the Sun King? What reason?